Welcome to Konye's Kitchen. On the menu today, we got sesame chicken and jasmine rice. Now, for those of you tuning in, you can see this is the first official video of my YouTube channel, all right? So for those who know me from before, all those videos on IG, don't worry, I'm gonna upload those too because you got some recipes there you really don't want to miss, all right? So, I just want to start this channel just to show people how fun and simple cooking can be. All right, we can have a good time and we can make something that tastes amazing, all right? So I'm gonna go through some of the ingredients here because I'm starving and I wanna get started. So we got about 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs. We got some oil, some flour, and some cornstarch because we frying today. We're gonna use the air fryer another time, but we frying today, all right? So we got some ingredients for the sesame oil as well. We got, or for the sesame sauce, we got some soy sauce, some rice vinegar, some ketchup, some sesame oil, and some honey. It's a lot of ingredients, may seem like a lot, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it. All right, so, I know it's called Konye's Kitchen, but think of it as our kitchen, all right? This is our kitchen. We're gonna be cooking together, all right? I'm gonna walk you through it. Any other ingredients I have is gonna be in the description box, so just go check that. I'm gonna have it all listed out. And we're gonna get to it, all right? So stay tuned and let's see how it turns out. All right, so now it's time to marinate that chicken, all right? So we're gonna start off with about a tablespoon of some minced garlic. Throw that in there, a little bit more, I got a little bit more chicken than expected. All right, then we're gonna have about 1.5 tablespoons of some soy sauce. Throw some of that in there as well. And honestly, you don't have to stay so strict to some of these measurements because you don't want to feel like, you're constricted, You can be loose with it, play with it a little bit, see what you like. All right, so now we're gonna add a little bit of baking soda just to help tenderize the meat. Just a little bit. There you go. All righty. Some salt and pepper. All right, we're also gonna add 1 egg white right here. Get that in there. All right. You add a little bit of cornstarch too. Alrighty, about a teaspoon there. We're gonna mix that all up. Wow. So as I was saying before my camera wanted to fall, we're gonna get that all nice and mixed in together. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna let this sit anywhere for about a good 20 to 30 minutes. Make sure it's all nice and mixed in. All right, I think that's pretty much good. All right, so you can cover that up. We're gonna let that sit for about 20 minutes and then come back to it. All right, so now it's time to make the sesame sauce, all right? So we're gonna start off with about 3 tablespoons of some brown sugar. We're gonna throw in some honey in there. And I'll have all the measurements out in the description box, so don't worry. But it's not bad to kind of freestyle and just fill it out a little bit either, Make it your own. So we got a little bit of honey in there, all right? Pour some soy sauce. And some ketchup. Gotta shake it first. Don't forget to shake it because you know what happens when you don't shake the bottle of ketchup. We don't want none of that in here. So you do about equal parts of ketchup and soy sauce. Just a little bit of sesame oil because sesame oil is pretty strong. It's a very strong ingredient. It's a little bit of that. Some rice vinegar. Alright. And then some water. We're gonna mix that up. Want it all nice and mixed up. There you go. And we're gonna set this to the side and we're gonna cook it later. We just want to get it all put together for right now. All right, so now it's time to put the breading together. We're gonna do about equal parts flour and cornstarch. So I'm gonna put about a cup of flour in here. I'll try to equal it off with cornstarch. Now, you can always adjust the balance between each. It's personal preference. You know, cornstarch helps give it a lot of like a better crispier texture. But I always still like to just include flour because you can't go wrong with flour, you know? So I got my cornstarch in there. Now, when it comes to frying, I personally believe you should always season your flour, all right? So we're just gonna have just a little bit of salt and pepper. That's it, not too much. You know, we're making sesame chicken, so that's enough flavor in the sauce. So it's a little salt and pepper. All right. I'm gonna mix that up real quick. So nice and mixed up. All right, once you got that all nice and mixed up, let's get ready to bread them chicken thighs, all right? Now I wanna show y'all a little trick to help give you a much more crispier texture. So if you have a nice, if you have a spray bottle, it works perfectly. If you don't, I'm gonna show you another way to do it, all right? So all we're gonna do is just use a little bit of water, all right? You get your hands wet, you know, and you just wanna just flick some water in that mixture. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some little, you know, flour and cornstarch balls. You know, there's little balls in there. You know, just flick some water in there, and you'll see some balls start to form up in there. Mix that up. You want some clumps here. You can do it a couple times, you know, about 3 or 4 times, whatever you want to do personally. You want some nice clumps. That's gonna give you that nice crunch, okay? When you get to frying. All right. All right, so let's get to the breading process. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. Some people like the breading a little wet, and you can just have, you know, mix everything together and fry it. I personally, I'm gonna try a different way. I want my bread just a little bit dry. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get about half of it in the bowl. All right. I'm gonna flatten that out in there. So you got the flour and cornstarch mixture here at the bottom. All right, so you wanna kind of place your chicken thighs just on top of that. Just wanna do it carefully. I mean, you can dunk the whole entire bowl if you want. It's not gonna really change too much, but I personally like to be a little more delicate, you know, when I'm cooking. So if you have like a more of a wider bowl, it would work. Ooh, I guess we're not gonna use that one. We're just gonna leave that one there. All right. I bet that was a good piece too, man. That piece was gonna hit. I knew that piece was gonna hit. All right. So now you got your layer of chicken down in here. What we're gonna do next? Let me clean that real quick. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pour the rest of the flour on top. Make sure it's all nice and covered. That's my favorite part right here. So get that nice and covered up. We're just gonna shake it, shake it, shake it. Get all nice and woo. Wow, chicken's hot. So it's like, kind of like a workout. All right, let me see how it looks when she's ready. Woo! See that? Some work going on in there. Shake that a little bit more. All right, I think that's enough shaking for today. All right. Ooh, nice and breaded. Not too wet. Nice and dry. So we got the chicken right here, ready to fry. So let's get to the frying process. The oil's on the stove, ready to go. So let's get to frying. All right, so let's get to frying. So we're gonna just drop each piece in there one by one. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. All right, so now it's time to cook the sesame sauce up. We're gonna pour that mixture in the pot. You wanna get it up to a simmer, you want it to boil a little bit. We're also gonna throw this cornstarch slurry. It's just equal parts cornstarch, equal parts water to thicken that up a little bit. All right, so once you get that sauce all nice and thick, now it's time to add some chicken to it. All right. Get some of this in here. See how well that mixes before we add some more. Now you can't forget the most important part. Like I said before, you can't have sesame chicken without sesame seeds. Get some of those in here. Make sure you get that chicken nice and covered. Oh yeah, you see how that's turning out? You see, I know y'all see him took that foot. I know you see it. All right. So get that chicken nice and coated in. Oh, that's looking beautiful right there. Beautiful. Oh, yes, sir. All right. So we're gonna let that cool off a little bit and let that sauce really set in and stick on the chicken. All right, now we got our finished product. You can't tell me that don't look good, man. I can't wait to try it. So why not? Let's do it. All right, let's see. Which one go first? Ooh, you see the garnish? See, that's what the green onions was for. It's to make it look good. It's all about play. When it comes to food, you gotta know how to play. All right, let's try it out. Let's see. I'm never buying Chinese food again. Takeout. Wow. I'm gonna show you a secret. It's my first time making these. And oh my goodness, this tastes amazing. I might even start my own Chinese restaurant. Cause this right here, hey, try this out. I'm gonna let y'all go, but stay tuned for the next episode. Yeah.